Hey guys, hope everybody's doing good today. So today I want to talk about something that was very kind of hard for me, was very hard for me, and that is coming out of the psychic closet. And when I first realized that, I had these abilities, which I knew I had these abilities my whole life, but I was, I was really scared of them, and I didn't want to act on them, and I definitely didn't want to tell anybody, and I kind of brushed it off and kind of just told myself, well, you're just crazy, or you're just weird, or whatever. But eventually, as I got older and more things started to happen in my life, I realized like I couldn't run from them. So when I first realized it and accepted it, it was hard for me. It was emotional. I had to do a lot of soul searching. I had to do a lot of different things to wrap my mind around it and to actually accept it. But when I find out, I didn't tell anybody at all, just my husband, and I barely kind of told him exactly what it really is. I was really scared to tell my family. For some reason, I was embarrassed, and I didn't want to tell anybody at all. Like, the only people who really knew were my husband and my aunt, and maybe one other person and like a close friend. But I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't know how to say it because, and another thing is that I guess I'm a humble person, and I don't want to come off like cocky or thinking like I'm special or better than everyone. So it was kind of hard for me to just say such a big thing like that. And so I remember when I told my little brother. Oh yeah, and so, but before that, I had gave myself like a 2-year limit. Like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell everybody in 2 years. And so I was like, okay, I have time, whatever. I mean, I didn't put it on Facebook. I didn't do anything. I wasn't promoting it. I wasn't accepting it publicly. So anyway, so I remember when I decided, okay, I'm gonna tell my brother. And I called him, and like, it's crazy. Like, when I need to tell my brother something serious, like, I get like super emotional, like especially my little brother. I don't know why, it's crazy. But anyway, so I called him, and I'm like, hey, I want to tell you something. He's like, what? And like, he thought I was gonna say something like bad, so he's like, what, you're making me mad? And I'm like, okay, basically I'm a medium. And he's like, what? And he's like, you a psychic? I'm like, yeah. And so he was like, no, yeah, right. And I'm like, no, really, I am. And so he was like, oh, tell me something, or blah blah blah, just something crazy like that. So basically I gave him a couple readings, and so thank God he supported me, and he was behind me 100%. Like, he's telling all his friends, he was all excited and stuff like that. So that was good. But he was like the only person that I told, and he had told my older brother, and my older brother was like, she's crazy, yeah, right, just saying just rude things or whatever. And so as time went on, I decided one day, I'm like, you know what, why am I gonna wait? Why do I need to hide who I am? So what I did is I went on Facebook, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna hide who I am. I'm proud to be who I am. I'm a medium. Like, I think I did a one of those things, memes or whatever they're called, and I think I put one on there, and it said like, keep calm, I'm a medium, or something like that. And then everybody was like, what? Asking me, what, can I get a reading, and I'm like, okay. So at this time, that was just like Facebook people. I didn't really have like family on Facebook like that, like maybe a couple people. I don't really have a lot of Facebook friends anyway. So everybody was like, oh, can I get a reading? And so I started giving readings to people, and I just kept going and going and going, and people started hearing about me, and people would refer people to me, and people who I knew from years ago, they would be like, oh my gosh, can I get a reading? Wow, I didn't know you were like this. And I was just giving out readings and doing readings for hours. It was crazy. And so I still didn't tell like my family. And so I had planned, because my family, they live in Portland, and so every year I go there, and I had planned to like tell them one by one, like you know, I had an uncle I wanted to tell, an aunt, whoever. And I think I had told, and by this time, before I was gonna go on my trip, I had told my grandma, and she was like kind of freaked out because she's like super Catholic, and so like, I don't know, it's like an iffy situation with her anyway. So I was planning to tell people at my own pace, at my own time. So it was my grandma's birthday, and like my whole family was there, like everybody was there, like cousins, uncles, like aunts, everyone. And so I'm sitting like at the end of the table, all the way at the end of the table, like all eyes on me, like everybody's like could see me. I'm at the end, I'm not on the side. And I don't know how it came up, but my brother, my little brother, like I think he was telling somebody, and he was like, oh yeah, you know she's a medium, right? You know she does that or something. And I just like my heart dropped. Like I just paused, and I was like, oh my God. Like it was just so, I was just so stuck. Like I couldn't even believe it. And everybody like looked down at the table, and they're like, what? And then my one uncle, who I wanted to tell personally, like he came up to me and he's like, what? And then I looked at him, and he's like, don't look in my eyes. And like he was just joking, but like I was so embarrassed because I just didn't feel like it was the right time. And so everybody was like, oh my gosh, you know. And then like my cousin's girlfriend, she's like, oh my gosh, I heard you were doing this and all this stuff, and I wasn't sure, but that's so cool. And everybody acted like they were fine with it. And I have this one uncle who is just nothing but a hateful person, and I knew he was gonna say something, but I didn't expect one of my cousins and her husband, like they were acting normal at the dinner, but I guess afterwards, like they blocked me from Facebook, they told my grandma I was evil, they said all this horrible stuff about me, like didn't want anything to do with me, saying that I shouldn't be doing this and all this stuff. And it was just crazy. So I've lost family members over it. I've lost friendships over it. You know, I've noticed that a lot of people stay away from me, kind of like people who would usually like contact me a lot, they don't really contact me a lot. Also, on the other hand, a lot of people who never contacted me try to call me or text me and ask me questions, and like I call it psychic abuse because it's like they want to know everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm not gonna do that. That's crazy. So that's why like I keep to myself, and I'm kind of quiet and stuff. But basically my brother outed me like to my family, and it was a shock, but it was a relief at the same time. But I wasn't ready for it, and I totally wasn't prepared, and a lot of people were upset with me, and a lot of people just didn't care. And till this day, like I don't talk to those family members. You know, I don't talk to certain friends. People have blocked me on Facebook for it. People have told, I've even had a friend who told a friend, if you continue to talk to her, you can't live in this house anymore, and I don't want nothing to do with you. Like stuff like that, trying to say like what I'm doing is bad, what I'm doing is wrong, I shouldn't talk to spirits, I shouldn't be like this, psychic people are evil, blah blah blah, all that stuff. So I mean, it was hard, but at the end of the day, like I don't really care what people say, because this is who I am, and I know that I have a job to do, and I know that like this is my purpose, and my goal is to help people and to be there for people. So if somebody doesn't like me because of a gift that I have, basically accept me for me, then I don't need them in my life anyways, and it wasn't meant to be. So you know, if anyone is struggling with like trying to come out of the psychic closet, whether you're a psychic, whether you're a medium, anything like that, you know, do it at your own pace. Take your time, and expect people to distance themselves, expect to lose relationships, expect people to look at you in a different way, whether good or bad. You're gonna get both sides, but never be ashamed of who you are. If this is what you want to do professionally, then go for it. Now, I'm not saying that everybody who's psychic or a medium wants to do it professionally, or wants to tell everybody, or wants to talk about it, or even accept it. But if it's something that's just in your heart and you know, like, this is where I want to be, this is what I want to do, and you're scared to let everybody know, just take your time and be prepared to, you know, be disappointed and be prepared for people to be happy for you. Like, there's two sides to everything, so you just have to be prepared, but never give up, like, on your dream. And if you can help somebody, that's amazing, because that's what this job is about. It's about helping people and lightening situations and being help and giving validation and stuff like that, and learn how to use it correctly. Always learn how to protect yourself and stuff like that. So, you know, my experience was kind of weird, and I'm glad it's over with, and it didn't take 2 years. It didn't even take a year. You know, and once I came clean and came out about everything and accepted it, like, I opened like a business Facebook, then I got a website, and then I just started just building myself up and building my business as a medium, and that's where I am today. And I wouldn't change it for the world, because I love what I do. But it's hard because you are gonna lose, I mean, I'm not sure if you guys are, but I know I lost family members, I lost friendships. You know, I know how people act different towards me, and then again, you're gonna get those people who are gonna want to use you or just be your friend for that. And I've had a friend like that who wanted to just basically keep me in her back pocket because of what I did, and I had to cut that off. And it might seem kind of cold and mean, but I knew her intention, and I just knew, like, no, you're not my friend for me. And you're also gonna meet people once they know, like, you're a medium. You're gonna meet people whose intention is to just be your friend because of what you do. So be careful for those. Like, doing this kind of work, you kind of always have to watch your back and be careful. And then, you know, you're gonna get hate mail. Like, I've got so much hate mail. I've had people contact me and email me or Facebook me and say, oh, do you know this is evil, do you believe in Jesus Christ and all this? And I'm like, yeah, like, he's the one who's giving, like, God is the one who's giving me these gifts, like, not even seeing where I'm coming from. And that's what really gets me, is that people judge me and don't even ask me what my views are, don't even ask me how I work, don't even get to know me or know where this is coming from, and they just automatically, like, judge me because they think, oh, psychic, oh, medium, oh, that must be evil. But it's not. Like I said before, it's your intention. If your intention is good and it comes from a good place, and you know the core of you and you know where your heart is, then it's not evil, and people will see, like, you're just here to help people. So if anyone is struggling with that, you know, take your time, think about it, don't be pressured, and don't worry, because you can't help who you are. And if you have these gifts, it's a beautiful thing, and don't give up on it, because if you can help somebody, I'm telling you, that is the best thing ever. To know that you can help somebody, to know that you can give somebody closure, is such a blessing for you and for the other person. It's satisfying both ways, because you know that you've been a help to somebody tremendously. You know, not just opening a door, not just listening, but actually giving them information that will change their life, whether it's a psychic reading or a mediumship reading. So I just wanted to share my story about coming out the psychic closet. I had ups and downs, but now I'm okay with it. And if nobody likes me for it, that's fine. And if you love me still, that's fine. Like, either way, I'm going to be okay, and I'm going to continue to do what I do and be proud of what I do. So again, I just wanted to make this video to let everybody know my little story. And if you're struggling, take your time and try to find other people, like online or something, who are dealing with the same thing. There's a lot of groups. When I first started, I belonged to a lot of groups. That helped me a lot. Practice your readings, practice on other people, and take it slow. Don't move too fast, because not everybody is just gonna, you know, magically just be very, very good. You have to take your time and be comfortable with it. And if you're not comfortable with it, then just push it to the side and know, like, I do have these gifts, but this is not what I want to do. So take your time and believe in yourself, and don't worry what no one says. And I hope everyone has a wonderful, blessed day. And if anybody has any questions or needs any help trying to figure out, you know, where they belong in this whole situation, let me know. And don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Alright guys, bye.